Ladies and gentlemen, most people start their day without a clear plan, direction, or purpose. They let the day unfold randomly, hoping something positive will happen. But here's the truth. That's not how successful people think. To truly succeed, you need to make a decision, the decision to win every day. I've spent years studying what it takes to live a successful life, and here's what I've learned. Success isn't about waiting for the perfect moment. It's about creating that moment consistently every day. It's the small daily habits that over time lead to extraordinary results. Now, you might be thinking, I have a lot on my plate. How can I possibly make every day a success? Let me assure you, it's simpler than you think. It's not about taking huge leaps. It's about making steady progress each day. And that's exactly what I'm going to show you today. So stick with me. If you're ready to take control of your days, stop making excuses and start living the life you've always dreamed of, then get ready. We're about to turn every single day into a win. Let's begin with the power of consistency. Small habits, big results. Let me explain. Success isn't about massive jumps or overnight changes. True success is built on small, consistent actions taken every single day. The magic happens in consistency. Think of a tiny seed. It's small and seemingly insignificant, but if you plant it, water it, and nurture it daily, it won't stay small for long. Over time, that seed will grow into a strong tree. The process may not be glamorous, and it won't happen overnight, but the outcome is certain. The same principle applies to your success. It's the small habits and everyday actions that over time grow into something monumental. You might be thinking, I want results now. I don't want to wait years. But here's the thing, fast results don't last. Quick fixes don't lead to long-term success. True success comes from taking consistent action every day. And the best part, these small actions compound over time. Let's talk about the power of compound growth. Imagine this. If you took one small action every day, reading a page, walking for 10 minutes, or writing one paragraph, and you did that consistently for a year, that one small action would grow into something far greater than you could ever imagine. One page a day becomes a book. One step becomes a marathon. Small, consistent actions will lead to big results. This is the compound effect, and it's powerful. But here's the catch. Most people miss it. They want instant results, but they're not willing to do the work day in and day out. They quit too early. They stop watering the seed before it has a chance to grow. If you want to see significant results in your life, you need to understand this core truth. Success isn't about perfection. It's about consistency. Here's what I want you to do. Take a close look at your daily habits. What are the small things you're doing every day that either push you forward or hold you back? Are you spending 10 minutes each morning feeding your mind with positive, growth-focused thoughts? Are you dedicating 15 minutes a day to working on your goals? Moving forward just a little each day? These small habits matter. Success isn't about doing extraordinary things. It's about doing ordinary things consistently. It's about having the discipline to do what's necessary day after day, even when you don't feel like it. Because trust me, there will be days when you won't feel like it. There will be days when you're tired, discouraged, or tempted to give up. But if you push through those days, if you keep showing up even when it's tough, that's when you start to see the true magic of consistency. And here's the secret. It's not about motivation. Motivation comes and goes, but discipline and consistency, those are the things that last and produce real results. Motivation may get you started, but consistency is what will keep you going and take you across the finish line. So let me ask you, what are the small things you can do today that will make a difference tomorrow? Maybe it's reading a chapter of a book, going for a 15-minute walk, or writing down your goals for the day. Whatever it is, do it, and then do it again tomorrow and the next day. Consistency is the key. Here's the truth about consistency. It's simple, but it's not easy. It requires effort, discipline, and a mindset that refuses to quit. But if you're committed to small, consistent actions, you will see results, life-changing results. So I challenge you today, decide to commit to small, positive habits that will compound over time. Don't expect instant gratification. Don't look for shortcuts. Look for consistency, stick with it, and in a year's time, you'll look back and be amazed at how far you've come. Remember, small habits, big results. That's how you win. That's how you make every day a win. Now let's talk about setting clear intentions and starting each day with purpose. Let me ask you, what's the first thing you do when you wake up? Do you hit snooze roll over and let the day happen to you? Or do you start your day with clear purpose, with direction that moves you toward success? Starting your day with purpose isn't optional. It's essential if you want to make every day a win. I've said it before and I'll say it again. Success isn't an accident. Success is the result of deliberate, focused actions taken on purpose. And it all starts with setting clear intentions. Most people wake up and let life dictate their day. They get caught up in the rush, distracted, and before they know it, the day is gone and they're left asking, where did it all go? But here's the powerful truth. You can control your day, but to do so, you need to start it with intention. You need to decide before your feet even hit the floor what kind of day you want to have. You need to define your focus, set your priorities, and align your actions with your goals. That's how you start your day with purpose. Let's break it down. What does it mean to set clear intentions? It's simple. Intention is the driving force behind your actions. When you wake up without a plan, you're like a ship without a rudder, drifting aimlessly. But when you set your intention, when you know exactly what you want to accomplish and why, you're the captain of your own ship. You're in control. Here's the key. Don't just set any intentions, set meaningful intentions. Set intentions that align with your values, your goals, and your bigger vision for life. It's not enough to just say, I'm going to be productive today. That's too vague. A clear intention is specific and action-oriented. It has a purpose behind it. For example, instead of saying, I'm going to have a productive day, try saying, today I'm going to complete the project I've been putting off. I'm going to dedicate 30 minutes to reading and learning. Or I'm going to focus on building a positive relationship with my colleagues today. These are clear, actionable intentions that give you direction and motivation. Now understand this, intentions are not goals. A goal is the outcome you want to achieve. An intention is the daily action that moves you toward that goal. Goals are like the destination. Intentions are the steps you take to get there. Without clear intentions, you'll wander aimlessly, hoping something happens. So how do you set clear intentions? Here's a simple process you can implement every day. Decide the night before what your focus will be. Take 5-10 minutes before bed to review your goals for the next day. Ask yourself, what's the most important thing I can do tomorrow that will move me closer to my goal? The answer to that question is your intention for the day. Visualize yourself accomplishing it. Close your eyes and see yourself already completing your intention. Picture how you'll feel, how you'll carry yourself, and how the day will unfold. This mental rehearsal solidifies your commitment and motivates you to take action. Write it down. There's power in writing things down. Write your intention either the night before or first thing in the morning. Seeing it on paper makes it real and commits you to follow through. Take immediate action. When you wake up, don't waste time. Start working on your intention as soon as possible. If you want to write a chapter of a book, write a few sentences right away. If your intention is to make progress on a project, dive into it immediately. Don't procrastinate. But here's the thing, you have to follow through. Setting intentions is not just about writing them down. It's about commitment and discipline. It's about saying, I will do this no matter what. Without follow through, intentions are just words on paper, but when you take action, that's when the magic happens. And remember, intentions are not about perfection. Don't worry if everything isn't perfect. Progress can be messy. As long as you're moving forward with clear intention, you're on the right path. So ask yourself, what's your intention for today? It doesn't matter how big or small it is, as long as it moves you toward your goals. Set that intention, write it down, commit to it, and take action. Remember, intentions shape your day, and your day shapes your life. Start each day with purpose, and you'll start living with purpose. When you set clear intentions, you no longer have to be a passenger in your life. You become the driver. You take control and make every day a win. So let's go. Set your intention, focus on what matters, take action, and let's make today the day you start living with purpose. When you're proactive, you don't let the world make decisions for you. You make them yourself. So how do you shift from reactive to proactive? Here's the process. Shift your mindset from why is this happening to me to what can I learn from this? When a challenge shows up, and believe me, it will, don't immediately react with frustration or anger. Instead, ask yourself, what's the lesson here? How can I grow from this? This simple shift in thinking immediately takes you out of a victim mentality and puts you in control. Plan ahead and anticipate challenges. A proactive person knows life won't always go smoothly. They understand obstacles are inevitable, but instead of waiting for them to appear, They plan ahead. They identify potential roadblocks and prepare themselves for what's coming. Preparation is the key to being proactive. Take initiative. Being proactive means acting before you're forced to. It's about taking the first step, even when no one asks you to. If you want to get ahead, don't wait for permission. Don't wait for the perfect moment. Take the initiative, make a move, and keep moving forward. Proactive people make things happen. They don't wait for things to happen to them. Focus on what you can control. Life has a way of throwing things at you that you can't control. But here's the thing. You don't need to focus on the things you can't control. You need to focus on what you can control. Your actions, your attitude, and your responses. When you focus on what you can control, you empower yourself to take charge of your life rather than letting it take charge of you. Don't wait for motivation. Create it. Reactive people wait for motivation to strike. They wait for the perfect moment, mood, or opportunity. But proactive people don't wait. They create their own motivation. They don't wait for things to happen. They make things happen, get up, get moving, and take action, even when they don't feel like it. Now, here's the most powerful part of all. Being proactive is a habit. It's not a one-time decision. It's something you build into your life every single day. The more you choose to be proactive, the more it becomes second nature. You start to anticipate, plan, and take action instinctively. And once that happens, success becomes inevitable. Let me tell you something else. Being proactive is what separates the winners from the losers. The winners don't wait for success to find them. They go out and create it. They're not sitting around waiting for the next opportunity to come knocking at their door. They're out there making opportunities happen, creating the life they want, and building success day by day. Now ask yourself, are you reacting to life, or are you proactively creating your life? Are you letting life happen to you, or are you taking charge and making things happen? The choice is yours, and it all starts with shifting your mindset. So let me challenge you today. Take control, shift from a reactive mindset to a proactive one, start anticipating, planning, and taking action. Don't wait for the storm. Create your own weather. Be the one who shapes your life, not the one who's shaped by it. If you want to win, you've got to be proactive. When you make that shift, when you take charge of your life, the results will speak for themselves. Let me ask you, how often do you take a moment to reflect on your day? Most people rush through their days, caught up in busyness. By the time they get to bed, they can hardly remember what they did, let alone what they accomplished. But without reflection, you can't measure your progress. And without measuring your progress, you can't improve. Reflection is the secret to continuous growth. If you're not taking the time to look back on your day, to assess where you've been and measure where you're going, when you reflect on your actions, your habits, and your choices, you gain valuable insights into what's working and what's not. You can identify where you're excelling and where you need to improve. Now, I know what you're thinking. I'm busy. I don't have time to reflect. But let me tell you something. If you don't make time for reflection, you'll keep repeating the same mistakes over and over again. You'll be working hard but not getting the results you want. You'll be putting in the effort but not the right effort. Reflection is the key to turning your efforts into results. So how do you reflect on your day in a way that drives your success? Let me walk you through it. Start with gratitude. Every successful day begins with gratitude. Before you even begin reflecting on your actions, take a moment to express gratitude for the opportunities you had, the progress you made, and the lessons you learned. Gratitude shifts your mindset from scarcity to abundance. It helps you recognize that even on the toughest days, there's something to be thankful for. Start by asking yourself, what am I grateful for today? This simple practice will shift your focus to the positive, and you'll begin to see the progress you're making. Assess your actions. Now let's get to the real reflection. Look at the actions you took today. Did they move you closer to your goals? Did you stay on track? Did you make the most of your time? Be honest with yourself. It's easy to get distracted, take shortcuts, or let your habits slide. But reflection is about being brutally honest about where you stand. Ask yourself, did I take the right actions today? What could I have done better? Evaluate your mindset. Your actions are a reflection of your mindset. If your mindset is focused on fear, doubt, or negativity, your actions will follow suit. But if your mindset is focused on growth, possibility, and opportunity, your actions will reflect that. So take a moment to ask yourself, what was my mindset today? Was I focused on solutions, or was I stuck in problems? Measure your progress. Progress doesn't always mean massive, visible changes. Sometimes it's small, incremental improvements that add up over time. But if you're not tracking those small wins, they can slip by unnoticed. Take a moment to assess where you are compared to where you were yesterday, last week, or last month. What progress have you made? Even if it's just a small step, it counts. Celebrate it, because those small wins are the building blocks of bigger victories. Learn from your mistakes. Reflecting on your day isn't just about celebrating your wins. It's about learning from your mistakes too. No one gets everything right. In fact, the people who succeed are often the ones who make the most mistakes, but they learn from them. So ask yourself, what didn't go as planned today? What could I have done differently? What lesson can I take from this? Don't beat yourself up over mistakes. Use them as fuel for growth. Set your intentions for tomorrow. Reflection isn't just about looking backward. It's also about looking forward. As you reflect on today, start thinking about tomorrow. What's the one thing you want to accomplish tomorrow? What's the action that will bring you closer to your goals? Setting clear intentions for the next day keeps you focused and gives you something to strive for. When you wake up, you'll already know what needs to be done, and you'll hit the ground running. Now, I know what you're probably thinking. I don't have time for all of this. But let me tell you this. If you don't make time to reflect, you'll spend the rest of your life working hard without knowing if you're on the right path. Reflection doesn't have to be a long, drawn-out process. You can spend just 5 to 10 minutes at the end of your day reflecting, and it will make all the difference. Those few minutes will give you clarity, focus, and the insights you need to improve. Reflection is the key to progress. Let me ask you something. How much have you invested in yourself today? Most people think of investments in terms of money, but let me tell you, the best investment you can ever make is an investment in yourself, your knowledge, your skills, your health, your mindset. These are the things that will determine the quality of your life. And the truth is, if you're not investing in yourself every single day, you're missing out on one of the greatest secrets to success. Now, I know what you're thinking. I don't have time. I've got work, I've got family, I've got, 1,000 things to do. You can spend your time scrolling through social media, watching TV, or getting caught up in distractions, or you can spend your time investing in yourself, learning, growing, and becoming the person you need to be to achieve your goals. Even just 15, 30 minutes of reading or listening to something educational can add up over time and bring big gains. Work on your health and fitness. Personal growth isn't just about your mind, it's also about your body. Your health is your most valuable asset. If you don't take care of your body, everything else will suffer. When you feel good physically, your energy increases, your confidence grows, and you're able to accomplish more. Exercise, eat well, and get enough rest. It doesn't have to be intense. A brisk walk, some stretching, or a healthy meal can make a big difference. Develop your mindset. Your mindset is everything. If it's negative, limited, or fearful, you'll never reach your full potential. But with a positive, growth-oriented mindset, doors will open that you never thought possible. Practice gratitude, focus on solutions, and challenge negative thoughts with positive affirmations. Surround yourself with people who elevate your thinking. Every day, take at least one small step toward your goals. Every day, take consistent action. Personal growth doesn't happen by thinking about it. It happens by doing. Knowledge is powerful, but without action, it means nothing. Every day, take at least one small step toward your goals, whether it's making a phone call, writing a few pages, or sending an email. Consistency and action are the keys to growth. Surround yourself with the right people. You are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. If you want to grow, surround yourself with people who are committed to growth, who challenge and inspire you. Avoid toxic people who drain your energy. Instead, surround yourself with mentors, like-minded individuals, and those who encourage you to be your best self. Set clear goals and track your progress. Growth doesn't happen by accident. It happens by design. Setting clear, actionable goals gives you something to focus on and work toward. But don't just set goals, track your progress every day. Review your goals regularly, assess where you stand, and adjust your actions as needed. Tracking your progress ensures you stay focused and committed to your growth. Investing in yourself is not a one-time event. It's a daily habit, a lifestyle. The more you put into it, the more you get out of it. The dividends of personal growth are massive. Right now, every investment you make in yourself is building a foundation for your success. You're developing the skills, mindset, and habits that will carry you to your goals. Start investing in yourself every day, and your future self will thank you for it. Now let's talk about discipline. Discipline is the bridge between goals and achievement. You can have all the dreams in the world, but without discipline, they're just wishes. Discipline turns aspirations into reality. It's the key to long-term success. You might think, I'm not disciplined. I start strong, but I lose momentum. But here's the truth. Discipline is a habit. It's not something you're born with. It's something you develop through consistent practice. Discipline is about doing what needs to be done, even when you don't feel like it. It's about sticking to your plan, even when the excitement fades and distractions arise. Life doesn't care if you're tired or if you don't feel like working. Life rewards action, not feelings. Discipline is what allows you to take action, even when you don't feel like it. That's the difference between achieving your goals and not. How do you develop discipline? Start with small, manageable actions. Discipline doesn't happen all at once. It starts with small, consistent actions. Pick one thing, commit to doing it every day, and gradually increase your commitment. Small actions lead to big results. Create a routine. A routine takes the decision-making out of the equation. It becomes automatic. And when you have a routine that aligns with your goals, you don't have to think about what to do next. It becomes a habit. Make your routine a non-negotiable part of your day. Embrace discomfort. Discipline is not always comfortable. It means doing things you don't want to do, like waking up early, saying no to distractions, and pushing yourself when it's inconvenient. But the more you embrace discomfort, the stronger your discipline becomes. Don't rely on motivation, rely on habit. Motivation comes and goes, but discipline doesn't. Depend on how you feel. When you rely on motivation, you'll take action only when it's convenient. Discipline, however, keeps you moving forward no matter how you feel. Hold yourself accountable. Discipline requires accountability. You need to take ownership of your actions and stop making excuses. Track your goals, find someone to hold you accountable, and create momentum through consistent action. Be patient with yourself. Discipline is a process. It takes time to develop, and you'll face setbacks. But don't let those setbacks define you. Be patient, stay consistent, and keep moving forward. When you slip up, get back on track. Reward yourself for consistency. Discipline pays off, but it's a long-term investment. Celebrate your small wins along the way. Reward yourself for sticking to your routine, taking action, and staying committed to your goals. Discipline is the foundation of success. Without it, you'll never achieve your goals. Make discipline a part of your life, and success will follow. Positive affirmations are one of the most effective tools to overcome negative thoughts. When you catch yourself thinking negatively, replace those thoughts with positive affirmations that align with your goals, your worth, and your potential. For example, instead of thinking, I'm not good enough, replace it with, I am capable, I am worthy of success, and I have the power to achieve my goals. Repeating these affirmations daily will reprogram your mind, helping you build confidence and shift your thinking toward growth and possibility. Surround yourself with positivity. Your environment plays a significant role in your mindset. When you're surrounded by positive influences, it becomes much easier to maintain a positive inner dialogue. Whether it's the people you interact with, the media you consume, or the physical space around you, make sure that it nurtures your growth. Positive energy is contagious, and the more you immerse yourself in it, the stronger your inner dialogue becomes. Practice gratitude. One of the quickest ways to shift your mindset from negative to positive is to practice gratitude. When you focus on the things you're grateful for, it becomes much harder for negativity to take root. Every day, take a moment to reflect on what you appreciate in your life, whether it's your health, your relationships, or the small wins you've had throughout the day. Gratitude will shift your focus from lack to abundance. Take action. When negative thoughts are creeping in, one of the most effective ways to combat them is to take action toward your goals. Action creates momentum, and when you take even the smallest step forward, it builds confidence and weakens the power of negative thinking. The more action you take, the more you prove to yourself that you are capable of moving past those limiting beliefs. Remember, you are not your thoughts. You are the one who controls them. By becoming aware of your thoughts, challenging negativity, replacing it with positive affirmations, surrounding yourself with the right people and environments, practicing gratitude, and taking action, you can take control of your inner dialogue and start building a mindset that empowers you to succeed. Your thoughts have the power to shape your reality. Make sure they are aligned with your highest potential. Affirmations play a crucial role in reshaping your mindset. These are simple, positive statements you repeat to yourself, particularly when faced with doubt or fear. Instead of thinking, I can't do this, replace it with, I am capable of achieving this. Instead of saying, I'm not good enough, affirm, I am worthy of success and happiness. Your words hold power. When you start incorporating positivity into your thoughts, your inner dialogue will gradually transform. Focus on solutions rather than problems. It's easy to get stuck in challenges and obstacles, but when you do, your mindset tends to spiral into negativity. Successful individuals don't dwell on problems, they focus on solutions. Instead of asking, why is this happening to me? Ask yourself, what can I do about it? By shifting your focus from the issue to the solution, you'll quickly notice a change in your mindset. A solution-oriented mindset opens up new possibilities and opportunities. Make gratitude a part of your daily life. Gratitude is one of the most powerful antidotes to negative thinking. By focusing on what you have rather than what you don't, you shift your perspective. Gratitude trains your mind to seek out the good, not the bad. You cannot be both negative and grateful at the same time. Start a daily practice by writing down 3 things you are grateful for. The more you practice gratitude, the more you'll recognize the positive aspects of your life and the less room there will be for negativity. Surround yourself with positivity. The people and environment around you greatly influence your inner dialogue. If you're constantly surrounded by negativity, maintaining a positive mindset becomes more difficult. However, when you're around positive, supportive individuals, people who believe in you, encourage you, and challenge you to grow, your inner dialogue begins to change. Choose your circle wisely. Be with those who elevate you, not those who drag you down. Forgive yourself and move forward. Negative thoughts often stem from past mistakes or regrets. But here's the truth. Your past doesn't define you unless you allow it. If you've made mistakes or failed, that's okay. Learn from it, forgive yourself, and move forward. You cannot progress if you're stuck in the past. Let go of those negative thoughts tied to previous failures and give yourself permission to begin anew. Every day is a fresh opportunity to write a new chapter. Take action. One of the best ways to silence negative thoughts is to take action. When you're caught in doubt, second guessing yourself, the most effective thing you can do is move forward, even if it's just a small step. Action is the antidote to fear and doubt. Each time you act, you prove to yourself that you are capable, that you can overcome fear, and that you control your thoughts in your life. Understand this, negative thoughts will always appear. They're part of being human. But how you handle them, that's what matters. You have the power to decide which thoughts to embrace, which to challenge, and which to discard. Your inner dialogue doesn't have to dominate you. You have the ability to control it. So I challenge you today. Become aware of your thoughts. Challenge every negative thought that arises. Replace negativity with positive affirmations. Focus on solutions. Practice gratitude. Surround yourself with positivity. And when negative thoughts emerge, don't fight them. Take action. Each step you take brings you closer to the life you desire and further away from the negativity that's been holding you back. Remember, you are what you think. So think positively, speak positively, and let your actions demonstrate that you're in charge of your thoughts and your future. Gratitude, the habit that unlocks happiness. Let me ask you, how often do you stop to appreciate the good in your life? Too often, we focus on what's wrong, what we don't have, or what's missing. We fixate on the gaps, the problems, and the struggles. But here's the truth. To unlock happiness, you need to shift your focus from what's lacking to what's already present. And the key to making that shift is gratitude. Gratitude is not just an emotion, it's a habit, and one of the most impactful habits you can develop. When you practice gratitude daily, your perspective on life transforms. You stop focusing on what's wrong and begin to see what's right. You stop waiting for happiness to come to you, realizing that happiness is a choice you make in this very moment. I'm not suggesting everything in your life is perfect. We all face challenges, obstacles, and tough times. But gratitude doesn't rely on perfect circumstances. You can be grateful even during struggles, adversity, or when things aren't going as planned. Gratitude is a mindset, a choice you make every day So why is gratitude so powerful? Let me explain. Gratitude shifts your focus. The simple act of being grateful redirects your attention from scarcity and lack to abundance and possibility. When you focus on what you don't have, you feel like something is missing. But when you shift your attention to what you do have, you realize just how much you already possess. Gratitude brings your awareness to the positives, the blessings, and everything that's already working in your life, reveals the abundance that surrounds you. Gratitude changes your energy. Think about the last time you felt deeply grateful. How did it make you feel? Probably more energized, positive, and alive. That's because gratitude shifts your energy. It's impossible to feel down or negative when you're focused on what you're thankful for. Gratitude fills you with joy, peace, and contentment. When your energy shifts, so does your life. You start attracting more of what you want because you're vibrating at a higher frequency. Gratitude enhances your relationships. Gratitude has a profound effect on your relationships. When you're grateful for the people in your life, you naturally become more loving, kind, and appreciative. It strengthens your bonds with others because it encourages you to acknowledge their value and the positive impact they have on your life. When you make a habit of expressing gratitude, you deepen relationships and build stronger, more fulfilling connections. Gratitude improves your health. This may surprise you, but gratitude is beneficial for your health. Studies show that those who practice gratitude regularly experience lower stress levels, better sleep, and even stronger immune systems. Gratitude fosters positive emotions which counteract the negative health effects of anxiety and depression. When you focus on what's good in your life, it has a direct positive impact on your mind and body. Gratitude creates a sense of abundance. When you're grateful for what you already have, you stop living in a mindset of lack. You no longer chase the next big thing, promotion or material possession, thinking they'll bring you happiness. Gratitude teaches you to appreciate the present moment. When you're content with what you have, you begin to attract more of it into your life. The universe works in mysterious ways, and gratitude opens the door to even greater abundance. Gratitude strengthens resilience. Life isn't always easy. You'll encounter challenges, setbacks, and failures. But gratitude helps you become more resilient. It aids you in bouncing back from adversity faster because it reminds you of your existing strength and available resources. Gratitude offers the perspective needed to keep moving forward, no matter what life throws your way. Now, you may be wondering, how do I make gratitude a habit? It's simple, but not always easy. Here's how to start. Begin a gratitude journal. Every day, take a moment to write down 3 things you're grateful for. They don't need to be significant. Small things like the warmth of the sun, a kind word, or having a roof over your head will do. The more you practice this, the more you'll notice the small blessings that surround you daily. Make gratitude part of your morning ritual. Before getting out of bed, take a few moments to think about what you're thankful for. Whether it's your family, health, job, or the opportunity for a fresh start. Starting your day with gratitude sets a positive tone for everything that follows. Make it a habit to express gratitude to the people in your life who have an impact, whether it's family, friends, coworkers, or even a stranger who has shown kindness. Show your appreciation. Gratitude is a gift you offer to others, and it strengthens your connections with them. Even during difficult times, look for something to be thankful for. It may not always be easy, but there's always something. Gratitude doesn't mean ignoring life's challenges. It's about recognizing them and finding the lessons, strength, or opportunities hidden within them. As you practice this mindset, staying positive becomes easier no matter the circumstances. Cultivate an abundant mindset. Whenever you catch yourself focusing on what you lack, pause and remind yourself of what you already have. Shift your focus from scarcity to abundance. By doing this, you'll find yourself feeling more content, fulfilled, and at peace. Let me share this with you. Gratitude can change your life. It's a simple yet powerful habit that can lead to happiness, success, and fulfillment. When gratitude becomes a daily part of your life, it unlocks a new level of joy and possibility. Here's my challenge for you today. Start practicing gratitude. Focus on what you have, not on what you don't. Show appreciation to others and watch how your life transform. Gratitude is the key to unlocking happiness, and it's yours for the taking. Now let's talk about taking action. You've got your goals and you've made your plans, but what's next? Nothing will happen unless you take action, massive action, not just small steps here and there. Most people have dreams, plans, and good intentions, but the real difference between those who succeed and those who don't is action. You have to take the first step and keep going, even when things get tough. It's easy to get caught up in planning, We all do it. Making lists, setting goals, and imagining the future we want. But here's the reality. Planning alone won't get you to your destination. Plans are just words on paper. The real progress happens when you take your plans, your dreams, and turn them into action. Now, I know what you might be thinking. I'm afraid of failing. I don't want to make a mistake. Let me tell you this. The fear of failure is what keeps many people stuck. The only true failure is not taking action at all. The more you wait, the more you hesitate, the further you are from success. Massive action is the antidote to fear. The truth is, the sooner you start, the sooner you get results. You don't need to have everything figured out in advance. What you need is the courage to start and the discipline to keep going. So how do you take massive action and turn your plans into results? Let's break it down. Commit to the process, not the outcome. Too often we focus on the end result, the goal we want to achieve, and forget about the work it takes to get there. But the truth is, success is about the process, about the small daily actions you take. The result will come, but only if you commit to the process and put in the effort every day. Don't be discouraged if you don't see immediate results. Stay focused on the work, keep moving forward, and the results will come. Take consistent action, no matter how small. Massive action doesn't mean giant steps every day. That means taking action consistently, even if the steps are small. Maybe you're building a business and today you write just one email. Maybe you're writing a book and today you write one page. Whatever it is, don't wait for the perfect moment or the perfect plan. Just take the next step. Small, consistent actions add up over time. The more you take action, the more momentum you create, and the closer you get to your goal. Stop waiting for motivation. Create it. Motivation comes and goes, but action is what creates results. The secret to taking massive action is simple. Don't wait for motivation to strike. Create your own motivation. The more action you take, the more motivated you'll feel. The key is to start even when you don't feel like it. Action breeds motivation. The more you move forward, the more energy and drive you will have. Set deadlines and stick to them. One of the best ways to ensure you take action is by setting deadlines. When you have a clear deadline, you hold yourself accountable. Deadlines create urgency and prevent procrastination. But here's the key. Set challenging deadlines. Don't create easy ones that let you off the hook. Pushing yourself to meet deadlines will stretch your limits and help you make faster progress. So don't say, I'll get it done someday. Set a clear deadline and make it happen. Embrace failure as part of the process. Let's face it, you're going to fail. We all do. But failure isn't the end. It's part of the journey. Every successful person has failed multiple times. The key is to fail forward, learning from your mistakes and continuing to move forward. Don't fear failure. It's feedback. It shows you what doesn't work so you can adjust and keep progressing. The more action you take, the more you'll fail and the more you'll learn. Failure is just a stepping stone on the path to success. So take action, make mistakes, and keep going. Get out of your comfort zone. Taking massive action often means stepping out of your comfort zone. Let's be honest. Your comfort zone is where dreams go to die. It's easy to stay in the familiar, safe place where nothing changes, but if you want real results, you need to push past that comfort zone and take risks. Success is found outside your comfort zone. So take the leap. Take that action that scares you. That discomfort is a sign of growth, pushing you closer to your goals. Take action, even when you don't have all the answers. One of the biggest mistakes people make is waiting until they have everything figured out. You'll never have all the answers, but that doesn't mean you shouldn't start. The answers will come as you take action. When you start moving, you'll learn, discover new things, and adapt. If you wait for everything to be perfect, you'll never start. The key is to begin now and figure it out along the way. Focus on progress, not perfection. Don't let perfectionism hold you back. Progress matters. Every step forward, no matter how small, is a step closer to your goal. If you're waiting for the perfect time, the perfect plan, or the perfect conditions, you'll be waiting forever. Focus on making progress every day. Take action and keep moving forward. The more progress you make, the more momentum you build, bringing you closer to your dreams. Taking massive action is what separates the dreamers from the doers. It turns plans into reality. So I challenge you today, don't wait. Take massive action, even if it's just one small step. Take it now, commit to the process, embrace failure, get uncomfortable, and most importantly, keep moving. The more action you take, the closer you get to the life you want. Your future is waiting for you now. Go out and make it happen.